Hello everyone and welcome back to the Harem, and it's here, it's finally happening. The 2021 season of anime is this far away, so the fall season is coming to an end and we're moving into the new year for anime, which is very exciting. I think that this season has ended on a very strong note for the year. It was jam-packed with a ton of shows this season and a lot of great ones too, so I've had a great time watching these. We're going to dive into the 2021 season and see what they can bring to the table. I'm just going to gloss over a few of the shows that are returning, ongoing, and just kind of been around for a minute. ReZero is coming back, which I'm very excited for. I think this season has been very strong, and I'm very excited to get back into that show. The very anticipated Attack on Titan is getting its final and fourth season. I've been a little bit behind on it. I think I ended around halfway through season 3. I'd like to hop back in and get into that because a lot of people said season 3 was super good and I had a great time watching the rest of the series. So season 4 will be right here. Dr. Stone is getting another season. I haven't watched that, but I know it's very popular in the community. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. I think that was last season. It's ongoing into this season, and the same with Higurashi When They Cry New. That'll be ongoing into this season as well. Let's hop in and see what I'll be watching this season. I didn't think I'd have as many as I did. Initially going through this list, I didn't think there'd be this many shows that I wanted to watch, but as I was scripting this out yesterday, I was scrolling through Live Chart and there were actually a ton of shows that I wanted to watch. I think around 15 again. So we're gonna be pretty busy this season too, and I have high hopes for starting the new year off. The first show on my list is Quintessential Quintuplet Season 2. I had a really good time watching this show. I binge watched it in one night with the boys. We had a lot of fun watching it. Nino is best girl, by the way, so I'm very excited that this is getting another season. This is being done by Byberry Studios, who also did Azer. Now I know Azer didn't have the greatest storyline, but I'm a huge simp for Azer and I love that show. So I'm very excited to see what they can do with this show. I hope they don't do the High School DxD thing, where they change all the characters and change up the animation a ton. But just looking at the trailers, it looks like they all look relatively the same. And I'm very excited to hop back into this show. One of my favorite shows, honestly. Really good time watching it. Hopping into the next show is Horimiya. A sweet, awe-inspiring tale of school life begins. Let's see what this is about. At school, Kyoko Hori is known for being smart, attractive, and popular. On the other hand, her classmate, the boring, gloomy Izumi Miyamura, tends to get painted as a loser fanboy. When a liberally pierced and tattooed, not to mention downright gorgeous, Miyamura appears unexpectedly on the doorstep of secretly plain Jane homeboy Hori. These two similarly dissimilar teenagers discover that there are multiple sides to every story and person. This is being done by Cloverworks, and Cloverworks has done a lot of great shows, so I have high hopes for this. I think it'll actually be pretty good. Just looking at the picture alone, I'm really gonna enjoy this, I think. No, I know I'm gonna enjoy this because it's comedy, romance, school, shonen, and slice of life. Kind of combined into everything that I really like. Next on the list is Redo the Healer. By the looks of the picture, it'll be kind of fantasy-esque, which really isn't my forte or cup of tea. What I have watched with those shows, I have pretty much enjoyed. Kaede, who was bound by this common knowledge, was exploited again and again by others. But one day he noticed what may lay beyond healing magic and was convinced that a healing magician was the strongest class. However, by the time he realized its full potential, he was deprived of everything. Thus, he used healing magic on the world itself to go back 4 years, deciding to redo everything. And this comes with the great tags of ecchi and fantasy. Let's hop into the hidden dungeon only I can enter. Now, my buddy has told me about this show. I think he's heard more about it than I have, obviously. And he said it was going to be pretty good, so I'm expecting it to be pretty good. It's got action, adventure, ecchi, and fantasy. Another fantasy, but I think I can just move past that. It doesn't really bother me too much. The hidden dungeon is a place of legend where rare treasures and items are hidden. Nor, the third son of an impoverished noble family who's lost the job offer he had, was lucky enough to hear about this dungeon. He then acquires a skill that allows him to create, bestow, and edit skills, and in order to use it, he needs to accumulate points by carrying out such tasks as eating delicious meals and doing sexual things with alluring members of the opposite sex. This sounds pretty, good. I think it's gonna be epic. I can definitely see it being pretty epic. Based off a light novel, I'm assuming 12 episodes. I don't know, I can't complain about this. This is probably gonna be pretty awesome. Next up, bottom tier character, Tomazaki. Again, my buddy told me about this. I think he said it was this dude who is a famous for something like playing games or something, he goes to the same school as this girl and she idolizes the character that he is as when he plays games, which he actually finds out it's him, and he kind of sucks. So let's read the description to see if that is accurate. Fumiya Tomozaki is a high school student who is one of Japan's best gamers, but in reality he is alone. He has always insisted life is a horrible game. One day he meets Aoi Hinami, a perfect heroine for the school. She says to him, take this game called life seriously. Is life a horrible game or a great game? Under Ninami's guidance, a life strategy by a high school student who is bottom tier character is about to begin. One thing I did notice about this show was the studio who did it, Project Number 9. They also did Super HX Heroes, which was it was the summer season. And that show kind of sucked. The story was absolutely terrible and all over the place. But at the same time, I did enjoy watching the show. I don't want to say I'm nervous for this show, but kind of. Although it looks like a completely different theme than Super X Heroes, so I think they'll do it some justice and do good things with it, I hope. Now, Laid Back Camp and Non Non Biori are also getting second seasons of the show. Currently, I'm watching Laid Back Camp on like episode 4 or 5 or something. I'm really enjoying this show. It's super laid back, like in the name, but it's just something fun to watch, and I'm assuming the same thing for Non Non Biori, which I will be watching after I finish Shuru Camp. As I watch more of the show, I'm excited that there will be a second season because I'm really enjoying this. And the same thing with Non Non Biori. I've seen clips from it. It looks funny. Everyone's told me to watch it, so I'm excited to watch that. And I think it is the third season of Non Non Biori. So if you haven't already watched Non Non Biori or Yuru Camp, I suggest you do that now to get caught up so you aren't super far behind when these shows air in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that, early January. So you have plenty of time to do it. Just binge them real quick if you can, like me. Other Side Picnic is one of those shows that just caught my eye right off the whim from the artwork alone. I don't know why. The main image can really just draw me in, and this one did. So let's see what this is about and see if I will be interested in it. Her first encounter with Toriko Nishino was on the other side after seeing That Thing and nearly dying. Ever since that day, exhausted university student Sorowa Komokoshi's life changed. In this other world full of mystery which exists alongside our own, dangerous beings like the Kune Kune and Hasha Kusama that are spoken of in real ghost stories appear. For research, for profit, and to find an important person, Toriko and Sorowa set foot into the abnormal. A tale of two girls' bizarre exploration and survival, brought to you by an up-and-coming sci-fi author. I think this looks pretty interesting, actually. I think shows like this that are a little bit out of the slice of life realm really draw me in as well. Something like, I don't know, I guess I can compare this to kind of Gleipnir in a way, although it may not even be anything like Gleipnir. That's the closest what I'm comparing it to. It's got the adventure, fantasy, mystery, sci-fi, and shoujo eye tags, and it is a combination work between Felix Film and Leiden Films. Two companies working together on one thing to make one thing awesome. This next show I was actually surprised that I would like. I'm not into like sports anime. I know there's a lot of really popular ones, but it's not really my cup of tea. But this one is about skateboarding, and I skateboard a little bit here and there. This seems super pretty cool to me. Reiki, a high school sophomore and skater, is addicted to S, a highly secret and dangerous downhill skateboarding race that takes place in an abandoned mine. The skaters are especially wild about the beefs or heated battles that erupt in the races. Reiki takes Langa, a transfer student returning to Japan after studying abroad, to the mine where the races are held. Langa, who has no skateboarding experience, finds himself pulled into the world of S. For some reason, this gives me Ikebuka to Westgate Park vibes. Don't know why, that's just how I feel about it. Yeah, I don't really have like much else to say about the show other than it looks pretty cool, and I like skateboarding. It's about skateboarding. Probably vibe with it. Next up is a show that I chose solely based on the artwork alone. I have no idea what this is about. There's no synopsis, not a damn thing. I know that it is being done by Cloverworks, which is a reputable studio, which I like a lot of their shows, but the artwork alone, I was like, this actually looks super awesome. It's called Wonder Egg Priority. No idea of the amount of episodes or the length of the episodes. I'm really hoping it's not like a 12 episode, 5-minute type thing, but the character looks super awesome, and I hope this can live up to expectations. Moving on to Heaven's Design Team. It just kind of looks like one of these fun shows that you'll enjoy watching. It is a comedy, and I love comedy animes. Most of the time they're really, really funny. In Heaven's animal design department, designers create a variety of new animals daily while contending with the unreasonable requests of their client, God. Funny, interesting, and full of useful information, this series answers questions such as, why can't unicorns exist? What makes an animal taste delicious? what's the most powerful creature in the ocean, and bird versus snake, who would win. This is being done by Asahi Productions, who I don't know any other shows from. Based on the description, this just seems like a fun, happy-go-lucky show that I'm probably going to really enjoy watching anyway. One of my most anticipated shows this season is Azer, I move slow ahead. Now, as I said earlier, I am a huge Azer fan. I loved the first show, I played the mobile game, I want to buy all the merch. I went and saw the ships in person, coming in a later video. We went and saw the Yorktown, Laffey, and North Carolina. This show is super awesome to me. I love it so much, and I've been waiting for this for a long time. My only fear with this show is that I believe it is based on the 4-panel manga, and I'm just hoping they don't do short episodes. I was kind of disappointed with that with Rail Romanesque last season. But even if it does get short episodes, I'm still really going to enjoy it. Anything Azer I love. So this is one of the most anticipated shows for me this season, and I'm very excited to watch it. Jumping back into my obsession with idol animes, there's another idol anime, Idly Pride. To become an idol, I shed blood, sweat, and tears. Even so, I push on. I want to shine, I want to earn it, I want to become number one. I want to smile, I want to make my dreams come true. I want to look back at a sea of people. I want to be noticed, I want to find it, I want to overcome obstacles. I have only pride inside my chest. No one is in the spotlight from the beginning. Everyone is weak. Only those who do not break will reach the highest peak to become an idol. This is the story of idols who face big dreams and harsh reality. From that description, I'm not getting a ton out of it, although it seems like they're gonna build their way up to this epic thing similar to like the Love Live, and then shit's gonna hit the fan and it won't go as planned. Like reality, as it says in the description. Anything idol, I'm super about, and I'm very looking forward to more idol shows this season. So that about wraps up everything I'll be watching this season. If you guys are watching anything else that you want to recommend, I'm sure there's plenty of shows on here that I skipped over or missed that other people are watching. They're probably going to be pretty good. So like I said, please throw them this way. Always open to more recommendations. I'm very excited for this season. I can't wait to get into it, but I'm sad that this season is ending as well. There's a lot of great shows in it that I would like to continue or get a second season that probably won't. If you want to check out these shows yourself, I'm on livechart.com. It has every show that's airing this season and a bunch of information on it, like trailers, ratings, what to anticipate. You can even go back through multiple seasons and find things that you maybe missed and want to go back on. That is all for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. It looks like this season is going to be pretty promising, so I'm excited to get to it. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, like, and share, and I'll catch you again next time in the next season of anime.